Hey everybody, today's a fun day for me because I'm going to tow with my beast, Willard, the 24 valve VP44 Cummins awesome dually tow truck. I've never done a big tow test with this yet, and I've got my trailer hooked up. I'm heading down to Vegas to do a test and tune with the Cummins cart. This is the biggest thing I tow. This is my triple axle, 30 foot long, 35 foot long, I don't know, big long trailer, race truck, all my gear, and yeah, I'm going to see how this thing does. A reminder, this has a tune, 6064 Aggressor turbo. It's got some experimental power jet injectors and an AirDog. That's basically it. So I want to see how this thing tows this big trailer, the biggest thing I tow, down the road, give you guys all the data, all the EGT readings, boost readings, and my opinion on how this thing tows. Let's get started. That is so clean.
Yeah, it feels great. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
That's it.
so clean.
So we're at 1150 degrees EGT right now.
I mean, you're gaming big time.
Just parked there. I'm doing 90 miles an hour. I'm going to slow down.
All right, guys, we are driving in Willard. We are towing with Willard. This is the biggest tow trailer test we've done so far. And yeah, we had to get a few things ready. Myer did the injectors and the fuel dog air install. And we were going to put on an exhaust and intake, but we kind of had to go to a test and tune with my Cummins cart. So that got put on hold and we worked on my Cummins cart instead. So we're driving to a test and tune in Las Vegas. Right now we're going through the gorge. And one of the things we put on was these gauges here. And I really love gauges. It just tells us a story about this truck that we didn't even know. For one, I'll let Myer tell you, the transmission, like this has like a aftermarket pan on the transmission, a deep pan.
Yeah, it theoretically has a built trans. It's got a billet backing plate on the converter, so there's some money spent in there. The guy sold it as being a built trans. But just looking at that line pressure, we're capping out at like 110, 120. And so it may be built, but not, I'll say not very well, but just not as how we would do it. And so we're going to, normally we throw a 650 trans at this thing. I think I want to put a pan off, do that for a video, do a pan off and see how much power that will hold, because we're already slipping through the converter a little bit. So we've actually turned the tune down a little bit just so it holds solid. But the EGT control on this truck is awesome.
Yeah, so far it's been great.
Well, we're doing 30 pounds and about 1,200 degrees.
Yeah, we're going up a pretty steep grade right now. And yeah, we're saying 1,200 degrees, 30 pounds of boost. So here's the line pressure gauge right here. We're 125 max out. And I love this gauge. I don't know anybody else who even offers this gauge, but I have it in all my trucks because this tells me the health of my transmission. If this is like lower than it usually is, I'm like, why is it lower? Usually your filters are plugged. Why are they plugged? Because something's wrong with your transmission. So I just like to watch this, but this tells us, yeah, whatever he did this transmission, there wasn't much done in the valve body, at least not enough. And I kind of thought that because after our last dyno session, this needed 450 horsepower, I went out and started playing with it and I could feel it starting to push through the torque converter. The torque converter was starting to slip and I didn't blow through it, but I could tell. And so right now with this big trailer on back, I'm towing at kind of a lower power level because it's not going to take a lot with this heavy load for this engine to push right through that torque converter that is in this transmission. So Willard does need some training upgrades. Start with a new valve body that gives us the right pressures, see how good that does. And then we're going to make more and more power. So eventually it's going to get a full transmission, but Willard tows pretty good.
It tows great. I mean,
you're like giving me credit, like you're not gonna like it because you tow with your 800 horsepower tune and Ruby. You're not gonna like it.
It does really good, and the EGT control it's really good. It's got good usable power. Something I also did is in the Quadzilla video, we pulled out a bunch of wiring because it was just like wire nutted together and just kind of jank. So we also ran power back to the air compressor. And so we've got a little airbag filler down here. It's just a little switch it's a mechanical switch. It's just air valves into the airbags themselves. Freaking awesome. Like, it's so great. I have one in my dad's truck. We have this one in this truck. Definitely, if you have airbags,
it's worth it.
Definitely consider that because you don't have to worry about bringing an air compressor and plumbing up your bags or whatever. Like, yeah, no, just hit the switch. Like especially go to an event for a couple days and then tow back. Yeah, just drop the pressure down, go street drive it to the hotel, whatever you're doing, and then hook back up, air back up, and go home. Like, I would definitely recommend one of those. I'm putting one of those in mine for sure.
There's sometimes I feel like you get cheat codes in life, you know what I mean? Like, I think about if I was to go buy a new truck to tow this trailer. This is not a small trailer. This is probably bigger than what a lot of people will tow, but not bigger than what, I mean, some people tow way more than this.
Oh, yeah.
But this is like a 30 triple axle, big trailer, race car in it, a lot of stuff. And I'm pulling it down the road just fine, 80 miles an hour, with a truck I paid $11,000 for. Like, how much is the new truck now? Like 80? 90?
No, you're base level stuff, 80 maybe, but
Base level
start getting
80.
into any kind of luxury trim such as this.
Oh yeah, these air seats,
Yeah.
the rock and roll seats here, they're awesome. Yeah, so I'm like, I just can't believe, like, okay, we have $11,000 in the truck. I've got a $1,100 turbo on it. Injectors, you know, maybe these are not available yet, but probably going to be, I don't know, $600-700 for the power jets, a little bit higher level. Some tuning in the quad. I mean, we really have not done much of this thing.
Very, very basic stuff. Oh, that stainless elbow, obviously.
Ah, the stainless elbow,
that's the NAS.
HX35 outlet elbow.
Well, yeah, it's a very basic build, and we put some. Obviously, we didn't put the money into the trans, but to support all this, you'd have to do something to the trans.
Any truck this age probably has is on a second or third trans by now, honestly. So hopefully somebody did like a build. Now you go to your local transmission shop, you know, Cedar City Transmission, St. George, you know, Oklahoma Transmission, whatever it is. They're gonna say, oh, do you want our heavy duty version? It's gonna have like a slightly upgraded torque converter, not massively, but slightly, and maybe they do a few other little things. It's not wrong. It is better than stock, but I can tell from this one, it does hold more power in stock, but not a lot more. Not a lot.
And so that'll be a fun video. I vote when we do the valve body, we'll pull it apart, see what they did, and then go throw our recipe at it. And then when we do the trans, I think we should do the same thing. Pull it apart, see what they did, and like go over what we're gonna do to make it better.
Yeah, that'll be way fun.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Really educate a lot of people on what goes in these transmissions. And I'm not like saying this transmission shop did it bad. I mean, he towed his trailer around for years with it, and it worked great. And, you know, at stock power levels, this is a better transmission than stock, but as soon as you start adding power, it's really not up to the task. You need to get something in there that's more built to hold the power. It can easily be done. And yeah, we're gonna make it, we're gonna show you how to do it. It's gonna be really cool. But as far as like driving down the road, power, EGT control, smoke is not a thing. There's none.
Oh, none.
It's as
like
clean as,
seriously amazing.
It's a super clean truck. And I'm really curious because, like I say, we still have a stock airbox and stock full exhaust system. And I wonder, like, would we have even better EGT control with a freer flowing air setup?
Yeah, we're making 30-some pounds of boost. That's a good amount of airflow to be sucking through a stock air filter.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's maintaining it. So far, I really like Willard. When we find some grades, we're gonna definitely record those and see what kind of EGT control we have. We've had a few already, but there's some decent grades along this tow. Right now we're kind of going downhill into the gorge. It's pretty easy, but I mean, this old dually, I mean, that wide butt makes it solid. I mean, I'm pulling this big trailer and very, very easy to drive.
Pulling a leaf and then adding airbags,
That's a good play.
it's a good play.
Yeah,
Works good.
So yes, when I got this truck, the owner had removed the overload leaf springs, the bigger leaf springs, and replaced them with airbags. So driving around is actually pretty comfortable, and it does feel really good.
Yeah, I haven't felt, like, I'm not driving, so you can't really tell, but like as a passenger, I haven't felt anything like, oh, that trailer, nah, it's great.
Not pushing us around, it's not pushing us to the side. It's really good. Willard is putting in work and loving it. All right, we're pulling a pretty good grade. We're just south of Mesquite right here. We're at 1,200 degrees, about 30 pounds of boost, 2,200 RPM.
You're accelerating.
Hey, we're going up, we're accelerating up the hill. This is ridiculous.
This is awesome.
85, 86, 87, 1,200 degrees, power jets for the win. Okay, this is ridiculous.
This is a great combo.
Yes.
This is like not, like I'm forgetting just how big this trailer is.
Oh, it's big, yeah.
Like I've towed Wills and it's not, like this is bigger and
Yeah.
Wills is not a slouch.
Yeah, this is longer, much taller because I need that high ceiling so I can actually stand up in my trailer. This works really good. I feel like you were so wrong.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I had my doubts. I will say I had my doubts.
Like, you're gonna hate towing with it. I'm like, I think it's gonna be okay. This is great. All right, go up another grade here. Again, we're having,
It's like slowly, we're at 1,100. 27 pounds of boost. All right.
holding our speed.
Holding the speed, yeah.
This is steeper than the other one.
I
hit it a little slower. If I was another 100 RPM, I think it might be, I don't know, it is steeper. It is steeper. Yeah,
I want to dyno this setup and see what
right.
this tune is, because it's very capable for what most people would want to do.
1,200 degrees, foot on the floor, perfect. No smoke anywhere. 27 pounds of boost.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
This is a great like a great tow truck.
That's a pretty decent grade right there. Sounds great. Nice little whistle. Not annoying though.
It's not. Yeah, it's not obnoxious.
It gets steep up here.
Yeah.
You might lose a little speed up this one.
I'm not gonna lie. I also had a downshift in my truck on this one, so I would expect if it pulled it in overdrive the whole way, I'd probably just sell mine. You're like, and please don't make me sell it.
Yeah.
Like,
This is a pretty steep one.
Don't prove anything.
Oh, I think it's gonna do. There it goes. It's like, nope, we're back up.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Still good though. Now we're about 32 pounds of boost. About 1,250, 1,300 degrees, just touching up there.
Yeah. And that's like, it's got good EGT control, even at this 2,600 RPM.
Yeah, we're kind of wrapping this thing out right now. It's still working just fine.
That's pretty good for a single turbo. Like a stock frame charger, that's great. The exhaust flow just makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, if you're towing like a camp trailer, your camper, a boat, I mean, this is heavier than most camp trailers, I'd say. You'd have to have a pretty gnarly camp trailer to be heavier than what we got behind this right now. Boat, it'd be a pretty big boat. You know? Yeah. Snowmobiles, side-by-sides. Yeah, you can tow pretty much anything. Really, it's got enough power to tow pretty much anything you could legally haul, really. So,
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the gross vehicle weight rating on this here, second gen, but I would say it can very capably tow anything under that and more.
Yeah, it's doing great. All right, so let's talk quickly about Willard, how it towed, what our next mods are, things we want to do. So honestly, I said it in the car, but you were wrong.
What?
You were just flat out wrong. That thing was awesome.
It did do considerably better than I was expecting. The dually makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's the first time I've actually, I mean, as much as I've been in diesels, I've not been a big, huge towing guy. Not that I'm against it, I just haven't had the need. This is the first time I think I've actually done a dually, and it was nice.
And truth be told, I think one of the first things we need to do before we tow more with it is, I think it needs shocks. Because any kind of bump would just like bounce, and the steering's like, whoa, doing this thing. And I don't know if it needs a steering stabilizer or what, but it felt like it was pushing us around more than I would expect, even for a second gen. And dualies should be making it even way better. Yeah. So I do think it needs actual maintenance parts there, not upgrades necessarily. Yeah, the power was great because, I mean, you were asleep for this, but when I was coming up Black Ridge, I was floored for like 20 minutes. So I think I was like looking at the clock because I was basically floored for like 5 minutes. I was like, looked at the clock and I kept looking and I was like, dude, it was like 20 minutes. Will's leaving work.
Boost.
But I was floored for like 20 minutes and I think I had a total of 1 minute not floored just because we were going downhill or whatever.
That long hill we were coming back from Vegas.
I was talking Black Ridge.
Oh yeah,
when I was going up Black Ridge, there's a couple downhills that I had to like let off for, but then I was right back into it, floored. You know, fourth gear. I had to downshift once, but my wife had a JK like 2012 Jeep, and empty, just her and me in it. It was able to maintain speed with your trailer better than the Jeep was.
The Jeep by itself.
Yeah, and the Jeep was like it was also a 4-speed, but it was in third the whole way.
Oh my gosh!
And had to dip down to like second sometimes, whereas this one was in fourth and dipped down to third once. And pulling that whole freaking trailer, and the EGT control was awesome. It was just 1,200 degrees the whole time.
Yes.
And just like 30 pounds of boost, 1,200 degrees, and it just did it. Just like, and even coolant temp. I was like really surprised, which it was like 50 degrees out, but the fan would just like kick on long grades, and then it would turn back off, and then it would turn back on a little bit, and turn back off. It worked. Something about like having good airflow through the motor. Like when you have a bad setup turbo, it's just making a bunch of boost. Yeah. It just heat soaks your intercooler, heat soaks your radiator. You get a good, well-matched turbo like that, where it's not making crazy. I mean, 30 pounds is not crazy
excessive
at all.
and just happy.
And it's just happy. It's just doing its job. It worked really well. I was actually very, very surprised with that.
Yeah, like the last time I've towed with anything remotely close to that size turbo it's been 15 years. I mean, well, honestly, I've been big turbos, and I mean, you kind of forget how nice. It just works so well. Like, I mean, we always talk to people about, don't get too big of a turbo on your tow truck. Yeah. And this is a great example of that because that 60 millimeter with that 64 turbine, very responsive.
Yeah, and truth be told, I was really expecting to get into it and be like, oh, this is a heavy trailer. Like every stop was gonna be like, get it up to speed, and like, it wasn't like that at all.
It was not bad.
I was kind of honestly mad because I'm like, wow, I thought my tow truck towed really well. I was like, it actually tows only a little bit better than the second gen. Like, this is dumb.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. But yes, we did find out we couldn't even use the power we had because we do need to upgrade that transmission.
Yep.
So I think we talked back and forth about a pan-off upgrade versus a 650. I think I kind of decided to go right to the 650 because why waste the time?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of testing to do. We may change our mind on that one, but as of now, we're thinking our standard 650 horsepower trans, which gives it a billet input, a triple disc converter, all the power capacity we're gonna need for this truck probably for a long time.
Yeah, it's like it's the best, like, just towing transmission. Just, it's well-rounded. It's set up for towing. Like, even you can put that in a stock truck, we can put in that thing, and I'm very confident it will hold. The shifts are nice and soft, because that's another thing too, when you're driving and you're towing, like, cruise control was doing its thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just giving it throttle, and when it decided to downshift, it downshifted on its own at full power. Like, you don't want to be jarred around, hauling around, 20,000 pounds. So a 650 will be a good match for that.
Also, I'm really excited. We just got in a new super budget-friendly injector. Now the injectors we have in there are power jets, and the power jets are super nice. A lot of work in the nozzle, DLC-coated pintles, all that good stuff. It's really, really sweet. And this one is a 75 horsepower on an original Bosch nozzle. And I really want to see how these compare to those, because these will be substantially less expensive than the power jets. I mean, the power jets may still be the play. I mean, the smoke control and EGT control was stupid. Just like in the 12 valve, I was shocked.
I think, it just never smoked. Like, there's a small, like when you cruise control resume or something, like it would just do a small puff. Like you could see the exhaust for half a second, and then it was just clean.
Gone.
Up the grades, everywhere, just clean the whole way. It was really, it was quite
Trailers,
impressive.
no black on the trailer, no black on the truck, just clean, super nice. But I do want to see if these really budget friendly, like these is going to be on a brand new body, but these will be, like I said, that's going to be the next injector, because I really want to see how they do, because I'll be able to offer these like so affordable. We kind of got an overstock deal that came across my desk, like, hey, we have all these things, been sitting, older, Bosch stuff. I'm like, I can do something cool with that.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a limited time while the supplies last, but I do want to see how those do. So another set of 75 horsepower injectors, a transmission I do want to see. I don't know, there's probably not much power to be gained from the transmission. We're probably close, but it was slipping the converter. Did it slip on the dyno? I'm not sure. If so, probably not a big power gain there.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'd be curious, for sure.
Yeah. So a transmission and different injector testing. We can start playing with some Aggressor 9 turbos on there as well, because we now have the downpipe. We have the elbow where we can put the HX40 outlet onto our. Yeah. We still got to do an air intake and an exhaust.
Yeah, that's the next thing, is the air intake and exhaust.
How ridiculous was that? That truck towed awesome through stock intake, stock exhaust, amazing EGT control. Yeah. What would have been if it actually had those? I mean, the turbo does 95% of the airflow, 98%.
Yeah.
These things optimize it, but they do. Well, we'll find out. They should make a difference.
They should.
So we'll do some testing there. So we do have more testing. We got more power jets to test. We have these other injectors I just got across my desk to test. Turbos to test. Ported heads to test. Strucker engines to test.
Oh gosh.
Dude, the list is long. If you're into VP44 content, we've got stuff for you. Stuff is coming. And we're going to start pumping out even more videos, because we have a lot of trucks we want to pump out some cool videos on. So anyway, guys, I was thrilled with how good it towed.
I was very pleasantly surprised.
For what we've done to this truck, the amount of money we have in this truck, and it towed great. We have not invested a lot of money yet.
Yeah, it did really good.
Yeah. The transmission is going to be a little bit of a bill, for the guys at the home. We understand that. But if you're going to get a Dodge make power, you should know that's going to be a bill you're going to come across. It's part of life if you want a powerful Dodge. So we're going to swallow that bill here in a few minutes. Well, next episode or two. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this truck. So anyway, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. If you like this kind of content, let us know. Hit that subscribe button. Share us with your friends. Give us a comment. We'll see you next time with this Willard, the lard butt, awesome VP44 tow truck.
Yeah, because we still have to make 500 horse. That was the goal going into this.
Yes, we're 50 horsepower shy. I can't believe how close we are with how little we've done this thing.
It is kind of crazy, for sure.
Yeah. It's 500 horsepower. Here we come. Thanks, guys. See you next time.